Nike, Alex Ayala, Georgina Camus, merch.
I feel so honored and I feel so blessed.
The hallways inside the Nike World headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, are not decorated for athletes who are simply promising.
The flower in the hair was an idea of Nike's.
But on the 27th of February 2026, giant posters line those walls. Career highlights, match-winning moments, and one unmistakable image, a blooming white sampaguita, the national flower of the Philippines.
Flower of the Philippines. It's called the Sampaguita, and kind of the whole idea behind it is
Printed on a custom t-shirt designed exclusively for a 2-0 year. Old ranked number 29 inches the world. Alex Eala was standing inside the most powerful sportswear campus on earth. The story of how a single hair tie placed her there starts 7 months earlier on the grass of center court. The audience following Eala's 2026 run already knows the scorelines, beating Coco Gauff at Indian Wells, clawing back from a set down against Laura Siegemund at Miami, and reaching the round of 16 at back-to-back WTA 1000 events. What most people do not know is that Nike's investment in her was accelerating at the exact same pace, moving from a single custom accessory to a full limited edition collection and a red carpet headquarters visit in under 8 months. Then the tennis world saw what Nike had built, and the reaction shook every corner of social media. The broader WTA ecosystem still frames Alex Eala in the future tense, a player to watch, a prospect on the rise, and someone who might matter in a few years. Nike apparently rejected that timeline entirely. While the establishment hesitated, Nike was commissioning a Manila-based artist to design a custom Sampaguita t-shirt, dropping it as a limited edition piece exclusively in the Philippines and reportedly watching it sell out with zero global marketing support. Filipino fans flooded social media, calling her Nike's new it girl. The gap between how the tennis industry categorized Eala and how the market actually responded became a canyon. This was never a lifestyle tee that happened to feature a tennis player. This was a cultural statement wrapped in Nike's global infrastructure, and the WTA had no hand in creating it. The sport's traditional gatekeepers were spectators to a coronation they did not orchestrate and could not have predicted. It started with a single accessory no camera was supposed to obsess over. At Wimbledon 2025, Nike gifted Alex Eala a custom-made white Sampaguita hair tie for her center court debut. No press release, no ad campaign, just the national flower of the Philippines woven into the biggest stage in tennis. Eala later described it as a reminder of where I come from and everything that brought me here. That hair tie was never meant to be the story. It became the origin point. By July 2025, that origin had produced a full collection piece, the In Full Bloom t-shirt, a limited edition Nike Bayou creation designed by Manila artist Georgina Camus. The design featured a blooming Sampaguita set against a green tennis court graphic, and it dropped exclusively through Park Access, Nike's official Philippine retailer, around July 21st. Reports from fans across social media indicate it sold out rapidly. There was no international rollout, no celebrity push, and no traditional advertising machine behind it. When Eala wore the shirt for her Vogue Philippines cover shoot days later, her father stood off to the side and offered 3 words that said more than any sales figure.
Sobrang happy. It's been a, dream since she was a kid to see her dream come true. Grabe. I'm speechless. It's amazing.
I am a fashion lover. I like to style myself. I like look good. I feel good, makes me more confident. So
The merchandise was not just a product. It was identity worn on her chest and printed across a magazine cover for the entire country to witness. The February 2026 Nike headquarters visit turned that identity into architecture. On Monday, Eala was training for Indian Wells. By Thursday, she was walking through Beaverton, Oregon, past walls covered in her own career murals, standing beside the Sampaguita shirt displayed like a museum exhibit and receiving special edition shoes crafted for her hands. Nike did not invite her for a simple photo opportunity. They built her into the physical fabric of the campus, the same campus where the brand decides who carries its future. Every detail of that visit pointed in one direction. This was always where the trajectory was heading. The hair tie was never a one-off. It was a first chapter. The on-court results arrived in lockstep. At Indian Wells, Eala defeated Coco Gauff 6-2 before Gauff retired at 0-2 inches the second set. At Miami, she fought back from a set down against Siegemund, then dispatched Magda Linette 6-3, 7-6 to reach the round of 16. Her ranking hit a career-high 29. Competitive credibility and the commercial coronation landed simultaneously, reinforcing each other with every match and every merchandise drop. When reporters at the Miami press conference asked Eala about the Nike partnership and whether custom on-court kits could follow, her answer carried no hesitation. She said she would love it. She is a 20-year-old looking directly at the future and signaling she is prepared to step into it. If you recognize what the Sampaguita hair tie meant the moment you first saw it on center court, before the t-shirt, before the headquarters, and before the cover shoot, you saw this coming long before the rest of the tennis world caught up. Alex Eala's collaborator, Georgina Camus, was not a random freelancer pulled from a portfolio database. She is a Manila-based artist, hand-selected by Nike to translate the cultural weight of a national symbol into a wearable design. This was a task that required understanding not just aesthetics, but what the Sampaguita means to over 100 million people. Part 5. No player in WTA history has ever had a custom Nike merchandise piece rooted in their national flower and designed by an artist from their home country. Nike did not outsource this project. They embedded it in the culture it was meant to honor. Nike's escalating commitment to Eala is not an isolated sponsorship decision. It is a signal of where the WTA's commercial center of gravity is shifting. Southeast Asian markets, long overlooked by the sport's traditional European and North American power structures, just prove they can generate sellout demand without a single billboard in New York or London. The 2026 clay season opens within weeks. Roland Garros arrives in May, Wimbledon follows in July, and the US Open closes the Grand Slam calendar in August. Every one of those tournaments now carries a question that did not exist a year ago. What will Alex wear? And how many people across the Philippines and its global diaspora will want to wear it with her? Her success is their success, and Nike knows it. The coronation does not erase the scoreboard. Days ago, at the Miami Open, Eala fell to Karolina Muchova 0-6, 2-6, her second consecutive heavy round of 1-6 defeat against a Czech opponent at a WTA 1000 event. In her post-match press availability, she did not deflect. She spoke about gratitude and the process of finding her limits. The next morning, she was back on the practice court. A white hair tie on center court grass, a Sampaguita t-shirt that reportedly flew off shelves without a single global ad, career murals mounted inside the walls of Nike World Headquarters, a career-high ranking and a 20-year-old telling the press without flinching that she is ready for what comes next. What Nike constructed around Alex Eala is not a sponsorship package. It is the formal recognition that one player can carry the pride of an entire nation onto every court she steps on and move product while doing it. So the question stands, will Nike put Alex in a full custom on-court kit by the US Open? And if they do, will the Sampaguita be on it? The next Grand Slam cycle is already in motion, Roland Garros, Wimbledon, and Flushing Meadows. Every tournament is another chapter in a story that is accelerating faster than anyone outside her fan base predicted. If you are not subscribed, you are watching this unfold secondhand. Subscribe now, because the bloom opened at Wimbledon, and every petal since has landed exactly where it was supposed to.
The whole message is to just have something that, a piece of home with me on such an iconic court. Yeah.